Welcome back, everybody, to Single Malt Sunday. Thanks for stopping by on a nice, slow, easy Sunday afternoon and having a dram of whiskey with me. So I've been on what might seem a kick here of American single malts. It's not really on purpose. Well, I mean, I guess it is kind of on purpose. Man, the cellophane just really sticks to you, you know? There's a reason why I got this whiskey. Jeez. This is Westward Whiskey. They are an American single malt company here in my hometown of Portland, Oregon. And they've made it almost impossible to get this stupid cellophane. Ugh. There are some bottles and designs that I just don't get. I love this distillery. I just don't get the bottle. I'm not a big fan of the shape of the bottle, but at any rate, it's what's inside that counts, right? So, Westward Whiskey, here's the deal. One of my favorite distilleries. They make some amazing whiskey, in my opinion. Single malt. And the problem is, I came across 3 articles. Not one, but 3. And it's probably more. Just in the past week or two about Westward Whiskey, and unfortunately, they are claiming bankruptcy. Now, my understanding after reading some of the articles is that they are going to try very, very hard to restructure. My understanding, what they're saying is that they are trying not to shut down. They want to keep going. And what I read, if it's true, is what happened was they overextended themselves. Basically, during COVID, everybody was at home, you know, and so they had more time. They couldn't, you know, remember when there was a curfew? Someone was just reminding me of that the other day, and I was like, gosh, I totally forgot about that. So there's nothing to do. You couldn't even leave your house. So people bought more beer and alcohol and stuff, and they made, you know, sourdough bread. So they made a bunch of whiskey over here at Westward because they were making all these sales. And then COVID went away, and now they have all this surplus, and nobody, I would say nobody's buying it, but I mean, the sales are obviously down. They're not selling what they were. And unfortunately, they're not making sales, and they have all this surplus. I don't know. I would love to see them lower the price. I think Westward Whiskey is overpriced for any whiskey, really. But it is really good. At any rate, this one is one that I keep reading about. And even though I have like 3 of their bottles already, I just thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it because I may not be able to get it soon, right? So this is their Pinot Noir cask finished whiskey. There is no age statement on this, except to say that they have aged it, well, they finished it for 2 years in French oak Pinot Noir wine casks from in the Northwest here somewhere, Pacific Northwest. 45%, so that's nice. That it's a relatively decent ABV. This is their core single malt. They have then finished in those Pinot Noir casks. Interesting note is it's the same yeast in their wash for this that they use for making Sierra Nevada. If that's something that might make somebody go, huh. I'm not getting a lot of, like, I was expecting just a nose full of fruit, you know, with the Pinot Noir cask and with the color on it. I'm just getting a lot of straight whiskey. I can totally smell the grain from the single malt. Very grain forward on the nose. I'm not getting, it just smells a lot like their flagship single malt. All right, well, let's take a sip. Give it a second here. There's some sweetness. Definitely sweeter. Maybe just a light bit of fruit. Wow. I'm going to keep going here because everything I read said it was just this explosion of fruit and juiciness and, you know, all this good stuff that I'm not getting. Don't get me wrong. it doesn't taste bad at all. I really like it. I'm just not getting all these flavors that everybody is saying is in it. Yeah. There's a weird salty, like almost like sea salt, you know, underneath it all on the nose, which is kind of weird. Tastes good, but I'm not getting all the fruit, you know, that like I said that they were talking about. All I can really say is that it's definitely a little sweeter. God, I don't even want to put water in it. It doesn't feel like it's going to hold up well to water, but what the heck? I'm just going to do 2 drops because it's very gentle. Like it doesn't come across as a whiskey that's going to hold up well to proofing it down. That water brought out more of the grain. And that weird undercurrent of saltiness. Seaweed, maybe? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Interesting. I am getting some weird, like, almost cherry on the back top of my palate, which is not something I usually get anything from. So, interesting. Well, I'm going to sit with this for a while. Here's my rating if you want to know. Not rating, but, you know, I would say if you're going to buy Westward, they make great whiskey. I would suggest just get their flagship. Don't get this one. Not that this one's bad. If you were to buy this, I think you'd enjoy it. It just isn't going to... When you see the Pinot Noir, you're thinking, oh, it's going to be like another, you know, wine-finished cask where I'm going to get all these great flavors. And which is what people are saying when they do these reviews, but I don't see it. I don't know. I'm not getting that. I'm getting just a little bit of sweetness and extra saltiness from their normal flagship whiskey. So I would say, you know, get their flagship whiskey. I'm not saying not to buy from them because they make great whiskey. And like I say, this isn't bad. I hate to be making these remarks and make it sound like it's a bad whiskey. It's not bad. It's just, I think, a waste of time to age it in this Pinot Noir cask, in my opinion, because it didn't do a whole lot for it. Anyway, that's just what my palate is saying to me. I hope you'll come back next time for the next whiskey tasting. And until then, sláinte.